की नगरी हकीकत बनाने जो है दिल एक दिन का ये किस्सा नहीं, खुद के होने की पहेली सुलझाने जो है दिल एक दिन का ये किस्सा नहीं। कदमों में जमा जो थका चैन की नींद आती वहाँ, कदमों में जमा जो थका चैन की नींद आती वहाँ, इतनी सुहानी बना होना पुरानी तेरी दास्तां।
Om Shanti. The 12th day of the special Bhatti of Avyakt month. So today's special effort. In 1 second, I become lost in the experience of a very sweet silence stage. I perform this throughout the day. In 1 second, I get lost. In what? In very sweet silence. And I perform this multiple times throughout the day. So this is today's effort. To practice silence. How to do that? The existence works in silence. The 5 elements, they work in a very subtle manner, in silence. God works in silence. If you see animals, they are in tune with nature and they also work in silence. The leaves, the trees, the sun, the moon, the sky, everything. The river, the ocean, the streams, everything, there is a hidden silence somewhere. So Baba often talks about silence and he wants to take us beyond sound, because the power of silence is more than the power of sound. Silence speaks louder than speech or sound. And those who have tasted the silence of spirit, they do not relish the sound of body. Silence belongs to the soul, sound belongs to the body. And so, silence is the stage of soul consciousness and sound is the stage of body consciousness. So silence can become a path to enter into the depth of soul. This silence can take you inside the soul. And Baba says, practice this silence many times. Just even for 1 second. Even 1 second of silence is so powerful. But that should be real silence. In order to come to that, first we need to understand what to do so that the silence becomes the part of our nature. There is always a tendency to speak more, to modify the truth, to suppress the truth, or to tamper with truth. And that's where silence is needed. Silence is the king of everything. In silence you can listen the voice of the soul, the inner small voice, the intuition. In silence you can feel the soul, you can experience the soul, you can know the soul, you can realize the soul. And that silence takes you to the kingdom of God. So Baba is giving this drill. In 1 second, I become lost in the experience. Silence is an experience. Silence is not theory. Silence is not chatter. Silence is not verbal jargon. It is the experience of very sweet silent stage, and silence is sweetness embodied. The embodied sweetness is silence. Silence is not mere the absence of words. Silence is not mere the absence of speech. But it is the most powerful speech rather. One of the characters of Shakespeare says, "I shall speak to thee in silence." The greatest manifestation of power is to become calm. The greatest manifestation of power. That's what Vivekananda said once upon a time. Today is otherwise also National Youth Day. So, silence is a very powerful thing. So what to do so that we experience this silent, sweet, silent stage? One or two words about why do we speak more? Yes, ego boost. Why do we speak more? Because that gives a boost to the ego. Second, why do we speak more? Why we speak more? What? Okay. What else? Why do we speak more? Probably there is a low self-esteem, and we want people to listen to us. When we speak, we see that everybody has listened because there is an inferiority complex within, and we want to fill that up by speaking. So, probably there is some low esteem. What else? Why do we speak more? What are the reasons we speak? Because we lack self-control. Why we speak more? That impulse control or self-control is lacking. There is no control. One keeps on speaking and speaking and speaking and speaking. There is no control. There is no control anywhere in life. Speech is just one of the domain. What else? Why do we speak more? To attract somebody, okay. To impress somebody. We speak more for attention seeking. To impress somebody. Why do we speak more? Because you want to create some drama and some fight. That also can be a reason. There are people who love to create drama everywhere. And that is not possible without speaking more. So you create fight, you create dramas. So that is also one of the reasons. What else? You want people to love you or like you or to impress you, impress others, or you want to have command over others. You want to become in charge of that conversation. Or you want to, that's why one speaks over another person. What else? Why do we speak more? Because you are nervous. Why we speak? Sometimes when you are nervous, you speak more. There are two things person does when one becomes depressed. Either he goes in silence or he becomes talkative, verbose. So when you are nervous, you sometimes speak more. So that is also reason. Internal depression. Then another is a habit. Or rather, it has become an addiction. What is the difference between habit and addiction? How can you say that this is my habit and not my addiction? The difference is very subtle, but still there is one difference. If somebody is drinking tea every day, he says it is my habit. But there is another person, it has become an addiction. So how do you distinguish between these two?
Without having tea, we easily disturb.
We easily?
Disturb. Habit means, if one day there is no tea, then it's okay.
So this is very near to the answer.
Self-control.
In habit, when you stop it, there are no emotional reactions. But in addiction, there are strong emotional reactions in the form of anger, in the form of restlessness. Somebody is drinking tea, he doesn't get one day, it's fine. It is a habit, but there is no strong reaction. But in addiction, somebody is drinking wine every day, and somebody one day doesn't get the wine. There is a strong reaction, very, very strong reaction, internal restlessness, tremors like this. Alcoholics, they often come to our OPD like this, tremors, because they are not getting, their relatives are not giving them money. Right. So they gave them like this. So that is known as withdrawal symptoms. So that is the difference between habit and addiction. So sometimes speaking itself becomes an habit. One cannot contain oneself. What else? Why do we speak more? It's a disease. With some illness, some psychiatric problem, bipolar disorder, mania, where person becomes verbose.
Any desires?
Desire to what? Desire for what? Sometimes we speak just to fill the gap. The other person is not speaking, so you speak. There's no reason, just to fill the gap. Dead air, space, time. Okay, so there is a loneliness within, so that's why you want to talk. So there are so many reasons for talking, or talking more rather. So what are the ways to talk less now? First, make it an aim to listen more. Listen more is an indirect method to speak less. This is a very good method. You make it an aim that I have to listen more. Let me listen to every person who speaks, because every person has so many things to say about himself. He wants to talk about himself, what he is doing, how is his purusharth, what he ate, and where he went, and what are the places he has visited, and what are his experiences. Everybody loves to talk about, oh, today I experienced this in Amrit Vela, I had experienced this and that. So make it an aim to listen more. This is one of the methods to speak less. Second, avoid spreading gossips, because this gossips is very, very tasty thing. Informations, interesting news, informations, something wrong has happened with somebody, so you like to spread it. Or something has happened to somebody and nobody knows. So we feel it is my duty to let everybody know that this person has been thrown out of his department because of his misconduct. So I will inform everybody what is the series of events, total full updates. I will give them. So that is a very dangerous thing. If suppose that gossips are most of the time are wrong, they are not true. So you get into trouble. So listen more, stop spreading gossips, and that is also a good thing that you just and learn to control your impulses. Learn to control your impulses. That is, do not interrupt other person. When somebody is speaking, let him complete. Do not interrupt. There's news channel debates. They don't allow that other person to put his point. They don't have any patience. They will just speak over each other. One person is speaking, other person is speaking. What they are speaking, nobody understands. They keep on speaking over each other. So let other person finish his point. Then you express. And fourth, learn to accept the differences of opinion. There are people who would be different from you. So they have different opinions. They need not to agree with you everywhere. Two persons, how can they have same opinion about same thing? And yet they can be friends. So learn to accept differences of opinion. What else? Methods to speak less nature. Go in the company of nature. Increase your green time. Increase your green time. Spend your time in nature. Spend your time in the company of nature. Learn to listen the voices of nature. Go and sit on the mountain. Go and sit near a river, a stream, a lake, or the vast space, wherever, whatever, some garden, some cave, if available. Learn to listen the silent voice of nature. The nature is speaking something. The tree. Have you ever talked with tree? You must make a tree your friend and go and talk with it. Tree talks. The leaves, they want to express something. Have you talked with birds? The birds, they speak. Learn to listen the chirpings of bird. Their voices. They are the silent messengers of the sky. So spend some time. Increase your green time. That's known as green time. Another thing is take a walk. Long walk. 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers. Just go walking and come back. But see that if suppose you are with somebody, that person shouldn't speak. Otherwise, everything is gone. The discussion is somewhere else. So listening to silence, listening to nature, and then gradually learn to listen voices of Avyakt Baba, voice of Murli, Baba, Mama, all those Yagya, Dadis. If you listen to their voice, there is a hidden silence is there in their voices. So Baba says, throughout the day, suddenly learn to become silent. What else you can do? Suddenly focus on the middle of the forehead. And I am a silent soul. Here. All attention here. Silence, total silence. Or whenever you see somebody, feel the silence there. He is the silent. Or whenever you see somebody, give the vision of silence, drishti of silence to that soul. That he becomes silence. Let him become silent. It's a very good thought. If somebody is excited and is in front of you shouting, become calm. I think that is in today's Murli. Just become calm. And give him drishti of silence. So giving out silence, power. The power of silence, the revelation of the power of silence is the revelation of the Father. This was in yesterday's Murli, while talking with double foreigners. The revelation of the power of silence is the revelation of the Father. So silence is a very sweet thing. Silence is a very powerful thing. Silence, once you enter into silence, you just love it. You just enjoy it. And at least those who are not busy or those who don't have emergencies, they can keep one day of total silence in a week. Mahatma Gandhi used to observe every Monday. Today is Monday. Today is Tuesday. Every Monday as a day of total silence. In that you can use sign language if you want. But enjoy silence. Whole day of silence. If not possible, intermittent silence. Like 8 hours silence. 10 hours silence. So silence. Okay, so today's effort is silence. And what about food? Yesterday, this is a week where we are going to avoid all the fried things, as we said yesterday. And today's effort for the food pursharth. So first, focus on fruits. Read everything about fruits. Read everything about fruits and think about them. What are the different fruits? What are the sweetness in those fruits? How should we enjoy fruits? And fruits you should not eat just like that. Think about the nutritive value of that fruit. Think about the sweetness of that fruit. And then eat it gradually. This is one thing. And second is, for today's, no wheat throughout the day. Wheat throughout the day. Wheat, no wheat. Wheat includes everything: bread and roti and chapati and paratha and thepla and your khakra and everything related to wheat. Everything, nothing that is wheat. Wheat, even maize, even jawar, bajra, nothing. There are so many things. Eat anything. But for today, this is the effort. So you can eat rice, you can eat sabji, you can eat whatever you want. But no wheat. This is today's Purusharth. Okay? So just one moment, sit in silence and listen to that music of birds. Eyes closed, hands closed, legs closed. Freeze yourself. Freeze yourself and give full attention only and only to this music. Start.